Good evening. Welcome, everyone, and welcome to the very first. I was going to say Telltalk Talk Show, but it's not. I was going to say Telltalk Watch Party. It's not even a Telltalk Watch Party. Watch Party with me, Telltalks, and Dino, Joe. So something a bit different tonight. Joe, thanks for tagging along with the idea. What's your initial thoughts on a watch party, and why have you decided to do it as well?
Yeah, just buzzing to watch Star Wars, and it seems like a lot of people on our channels aren't too into Star Wars, really. It seems like a bit of a mix-up, so it's a nice way of all of us sharing together to watch all the films together. People that haven't seen it can get into it and either watch it for the first time, or people that haven't watched it for a long time. And it's a quite nice way to start the year, get some films going, and get a nice hype for Star Wars, as there's not much Star Wars content this year either, by the looks of things. So, yeah, very excited to watch it all with you.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, especially like you said, Star Wars as well. Like, has it been the best year for Star Wars? We could say, but right now it feels like we're creating our own excitement and our own enjoyment just to sit back and watch all the Star Wars films again. Which I don't think I can actually say I've watched all the Star Wars films in one go since like Rise of Skywalker come out. I don't think I've gone from Phantom Menace to Rise of Skywalker. What's your thoughts then on Phantom Menace? Like, is it got a good impression for you?
Yeah, it just reminds me of the first sort of times I watched Star Wars. I grew up on the prequels, so they hold a very special place in my heart. All the characters, I'd say Qui-Gon's probably a top 3 character for me. So really looking forward to seeing Qui-Gon, and starting it off again. Same as you, I don't think I've watched 1 to 9 or even the ones in between in a row since the sequels came out. I've watched 1 to 6 a few times, but never as a full franchise. So yeah, really looking forward to rating them all on Letterboxd after we've finished the streams, seeing what everyone else rates them as well, and yeah, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Letterboxd because it's something that I've been really keen to boost this year for 2024. Corey, one of my favorite subscribers, Corey's in the chat. He's also on Letterboxd, so I'd like to see what Corey ranks the film at the end of the stream. So how it's going to work, guys? We are going to start the film at 8:15. We are going to be watching it on Disney Plus. So if you are watching the film along with us, do make sure you press play on Disney Plus at 8:15. I'm not going to skip the intros or nothing on the Disney Plus. So I know they have the little Star Wars spinner at the beginning. I'm not going to skip any of it. So I'm just going to let it play, let it roll. And we're not too sure how it's going to go when it comes to talking, if we're going to talk through it. If we get comments on screen, we will answer them, but we will have our headsets on. So it is solely down to you guys to watch and listen to Star Wars and try and communicate with us at the same time. So it's a new experience for us and maybe a new experience for you guys if you're going to try and tag along. But yeah, film starts 8:15, runs for 2 hours and 17 minutes, and we are going to try and remember to rank the film on Letterboxd at the end of the stream. So Joe, with Phantom Menace, then what would you think you would give the film out of 5? I suppose we're saying out of
5. Probably like a 4. It's solid. It's very solid. It's a very good start to the franchise. There are flaws in it, so it's probably why it's a 4. It can be quite slow at times, if I remember rightly. But again, Star Wars for me, every time I watch it, I pick up new things, which is bizarre after watching it so many times. But there's always little bits, and they always make you feel a certain way. So yeah, looking forward to see whether it changes my opinions for better or worse. We'll see. But yeah, it does hold a very special place in my heart, being the first one I ever saw.
It's funny you say that, picking up little things, and this is going to probably sound really dumb, like coming from me, because I'm a big Star Wars fan. But I was typing like Star Wars Phantom Menace on TikTok, just see what comes up. But today, I only just realised that Darth Maul was not the Phantom Menace. Was you aware of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always just assumed Phantom Menace was Darth Maul, and then I was like, okay, it makes more sense who the Phantom Menace actually is. But that took me a little bit by surprise. It was like 5 things you might not actually know. I was like, okay, yeah, I suppose that does make sense.
Yeah. Palpatine, Phantom Menace. No, yeah, I thought it was for a long time. I think it was about when the sequels was out. I saw something where someone said, "Oh, the Phantom Menace is obviously Palpatine." I was like, "Oh yeah," because he's working in the background. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Well, yeah, just never really clicked for me.
And
But yeah, it
and
makes
when
so
you say
much
like,
more sense.
I say when you say like the word menace, it like my interpretation is like meddling with things, like meddling in two parties, and that's what a menace is. And I suppose yeah, it's a perfect example of what it is. So I suppose like if it was Darth Maul, it'd be like the Phantom Sith or
Yeah,
uh,
like assassin or
the
something.
new
Could be
Sith or
anything.
something. Um, but yeah, Star Wars in general. Then, are you excited for the future with what else is set to come out?
I'm hesitant. It's probably the best word to describe it. I'm looking forward to more content, but hopefully it's good. It seems like they are slowing down with stuff. Obviously, it's been 5 years now since we've last had a film, or
Yeah,
it might even be longer than that.
yeah, I think it was
Um,
2019. Yeah,
the Grogu Mandalorian film is like I'm a bit apprehensive of as well. It feels a bit strange, really, how they're going to do it. But they are filming a season 4 for the Mandalorian, so hopefully it ties into the film and kind of either wraps up or sets up the Filoni film quite well. That one I'm looking forward to. Don't really care about the Ray one, I've got to be honest, but I will watch it. It's interesting seeing a different time period of Star Wars. So yeah, it's apprehensive, I'd say, but I am looking forward to it. What about you?
yeah, it's like yeah, it's a weird one. I feel like before the Mandalorian come out, I was a bit like slightly annoyed, like oh, they're doing Star Wars TV shows now. I was always like, Star Wars is for the big screen. Get to
Yeah,
see like AT-ATs on the big screen. You get to see all these amazing planets on the big screen, the surround sounds, like starships, all these actual space battles. That's made for cinema. And
yeah,
now it's almost been flipped, and we've got the Mandalorian movie coming out with Grogu, and I'm kind of like, no, this should just be a TV show. So
I
my
know.
mindset,
Yeah,
my mentality is kind of reversed a little bit, and now because if you get like 6 episodes, it's almost like 6 movies you watch at home, isn't it? How that depending on the length of them, but I think the runtime of a lot of these TV shows have gone down to about 36 minutes, so they have been squeezed down to almost a length of a film. So I feel like a full feature length film could be beneficial as long as we get a good plot and maybe see our good friend Giancarlo Esposito again.
yeah, probably for how many times we met him now, and again probably see him a couple of times this year as he's going to quite a lot of Monopoly events. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that film in particular, thinking about it, because The Mandalorian, especially the last 2 seasons, has had so much filler that's just unneeded, and they won't
Yeah.
have that if they're making a film. You can just sit down and watch a whole experience rather than them having to just bulk out to create 10 episodes or however many they make.
Mm-hmm.
8, I think, on it. Mandalorian is it 8? They usually do, yeah. So
It's about 8, yeah.
yeah, looking forward to it in that respect. Yeah, buzzing. I can't wait to start this. It feels like a long time ago since I watched The Phantom Menace, and I probably watched it twice last year.
Yeah, I mean, like I think with my letterbox. I think I started my letterbox maybe 8 months ago. So it's been at least 8 months since I've seen the film. As I'm trying to be strict when it comes to letterbox and ranking the films
Mhm.
accordingly. So yeah, I've definitely not touched a Star Wars film for at least 8 months, and I've kind of drifted away from it all because of how much MCU stuff come out last year, and
Yeah.
that was I think it was like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was like at the beginning of the year, and then
May, maybe? Yeah, something like that.
we had stuff carry us through almost every single month from Marvel, whether it be a film like the Guardians hype. That was like the whole summer. That
Yeah.
took up a lot the whole summer, and that was great with like Rocket, Lila, and Teefs. Is it Teefs? I think it was Teefs.
Thieves, yeah.
Yeah, so that was great, and and the soundtrack that was brilliant. So Marvel carried it a lot of last year, despite how bad it was. And I never really got into Andor, so that was a big thing for me. I think I'd done
Mm.
4 episodes, and I just couldn't get through it. So with these watch-alongs, I will be trying to watch Andor in the gaps that we don't do live. So for anyone that doesn't know, we're not doing this weekly. We are going to see how it goes. We're going to aim for every 2 weeks, and then with the gaps where there's a TV show in between, we're going to try and watch that off streams. Try and fill in the gaps with Mando, Book of Boba Fett, Andor. Am I missing one? Missing one. You got the Clone Wars animation, I suppose, but
Yeah, I've got all the animation, but there's a lot of it. Yeah, live action wise, it's Mando, and Andor is a brilliant watch, by the way. When you actually sit down and watch it all, that is fantastic. What was the other one that you said? I can't remember now.
Book of Boba.
Book of Boba, yeah. Just those three, the only live action ones, I believe.
Ahsoka,
That's,
get out, get out.
yeah.
No way, no way. And I'm not a fan. That's on you. That's on you.
Yeah, that's all me. I'm looking at the screen, and behind it is 6 pops from Ahsoka staring at me.
That was my next question. When it comes to Phantom Menace, Star Wars Funko Pops, have you got any? Or I know you did have one, but
I did, not currently. There has been rumors of a new wave for a long time.
I'd love it as well. I'd absolutely love
so that would be the dream, to get some prequels pops, especially Phantom Menace, because you get bits and pieces throughout Revenge of the Sith. There's a couple, but it's mainly like the animation that we've got prequels pops. There's not been a great deal of 1 to 3 really, and if they are really expensive to buy now. Like I've had some of the Obi ones on my want list for a long time. You've got one of them, the Walgreens one.
Oh yeah,
and it's silly money. So it'd be good to get some new releases, some Gungans maybe, other Gungans.
The Obi ones are like part of them mystery boxes where you never get the hit. It's just I don't think they've even got them either, you know. Yeah, I'd love some prequel stuff. Like they did do the Duel of the Fates, didn't they, with the 3 Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul. But that's like a set. Cool. I haven't really got space for that. As much as I love it, I just haven't really got space. And then,
same as me.
And if the opportunity did come about for an actual get them signed as well, I don't really want to get the big ones signed, you know, because I don't think I'd be able to take care of them as much. So I'm going to get the timer up now, guys. So I'm just going to get everything in preparation. We've got 90 seconds before we do go live. So, Joe, if you want to get in position, do whatever you need to do, mate. I'm just going to put my headset off.
Get that off.
So, got that ready. I have got my phone on Do Not Disturb as well. So,
yeah, I was putting mine on as well.
I will keep the actual the MacBook on the mic sound, so I can still hear you munching and stuff. So we've got just over 55 seconds to go, and we will be pressing play. I've just got to make sure I click both things at the exact same time, which is more challenging than I thought, actually, clicking both at the exact same time.
Oh yeah. What snacks have you got before we go live? So we were thinking about going for Phantom Menace theme. So when we thought of Phantom Menace theme, we thought of Darth Maul. So we've gone for red and black snacks.
Yeah, I've got red popcorn and I've got Dr. Pepper. It's red and black-ish, I suppose.
Very nice.
That was last minute.
I've got some coated peanuts.
That's what you're munching.
Bag of popcorn, and the only thing I could get black for a drink, because I had already been to the shops, I got a pint of Guinness.
Right. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is yours doing intros or not?
I'm not skipping it, no.
I don't have an intro on mine.
It's hard to try and hear you and the film at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I say it's hard to hear you and the film at the same time.
Is it?
Wish we got a proper mission with like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan before this.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of comics with it. Maybe we'll get Tales of the Jedi with some missions.
That's what I was going to say. I know Qui-Gon got one, but I'm not sure what he's done with. Oh, it was way before,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah. There's more to do with Duke. Palpatine on your screen right now. Yeah. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Does it feel different knowing that you've met him now?
I think it looks quite old. Do you know what I mean? It looks like.
No, but I'm saying Ian McDermott, now you've met him, does it feel different?
Yeah, it is a bit strange, like seeing him on a film like this. I think he's one of the best characters from the prequels. So well done. Roger.
See, like a yellow helmet droid, that'd be quality Funko Pop.
Yeah. Like a 3-pack with all of them or something.
Yeah. Even a droider car. Surprised me you got a droider car.
Droidica would be sick.
A 2-pack. I'd get a 2-pack with they could do the full shield on them or whatever, the deflector shields.
As a chase. Imagine that as a chase.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Funko, if you listen.
She sounds like she's trying to get served at a pub, doesn't she? Putting a deep voice on.
She's 60. No, I think she's 14.
1 pint of blue milk, please, governor.
Was he at London Film Comic Con? Or am I making it up?
Which one?
The guy with the big hat.
He wasn't at Winter.
It might have been Telford when everyone cancelled.
The Palace on the Boo Theed is in Seville or Valencia. Seville or Valencia.
What's that?
So her palace.
Theed
Palace is. Yeah, it's in Spain.
Have you got subtitles on?
No. Qui-Gon's so like nonchalant, and they just taking out two speeders like it's no one's business.
I was just thinking, could he have used the Force to move Jar Jar? But there was 3 of them coming.
I'd love to see what Jar Jar would look like now with CGI from current day, because that looks so outdated, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Well, they change it as they go along, didn't they? Like they had Yoda as the puppet in this film, and they made it CGI.
Turkey Day?
Did you see the film at the cinema?
I think so, but I would have been about 4.
Right, there's only certain bits I remember, and that's like the fight of Naboo at the end, Duel of the Fates, and like the pod racing.
Yeah.
And there's always a bigger fish. Always remember that thing.
Can you do a Jar Jar impression?
It's not all my fault. I'd rather just do the boss thing and go.
Mr. Back.
Mr. Back.
You sound big doo-doo this time.
Like you said about Brian Blessed as well.
Yeah.
So we can get this pop sign, can't we? I can't believe they actually got a crab feeder Funko Pop after that guy had done Comic Con.
I know.
Like, you just how limited the pops were that they done.
Uh-huh. Ooh. What's a Misa saying?
Milky says, so what's the go-to order for when you're not at the cinema? Happy Sunday, fellas. Mine's the same, really. Not sure.
What do you mean?
So what would you get when you're not at the cinema?
Oh, what snack order?
Basically what you got now, I think, really.
Yeah, popcorn, something savoury,
Galaxy.
a drink. No, something savoury.
Oh.
And Meg's made some brownies, so got a couple of brownies.
Yeah, mine was like on my TikTok. What I just put up. Sweet popcorn and Dr. Pepper. I'm not really a Tango Ice Blast person. Like if someone got me it, I'd drink it.
Yeah.
But I'm not too bothered about
Yeah.
it. I think it's a bit
Meg
overrated.
gets one every time. And
Yeah,
I
it's
just
more
nick a bit of it.
them, isn't it? Like, I'm fine without it.
There's always a bigger fish.
Godzilla, isn't it?
That's literally about to say. No need to watch Godzilla.
What kind of fish has legs? Like I get it. It is quite slow, isn't it? This bit until you actually.
It's weird. It paces. It changes like location quite quick at the start. But it's like they have to explain, obviously, the politics, don't they? But I love the politics in the prequels. It's so clever how he manipulates it all.
But I didn't have a clue growing up. Look back at the politics.
No, it's something you appreciate growing up, isn't it?
I was just waiting for like lightsaber battles. That was it.
Yeah.
And obviously we'll come on to it, but the death at the end, I was so confused. I was just like, why hasn't he disappeared? Because before I was like, that was that's what happens. They disappear, don't they? That fish has got arms. Didn't even notice this before.
Oh, they're like pincers, aren't they? There's Godzilla again.
I don't know if it's me, but I feel like there's loads of little snippets that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really paying attention now.
When I was a kid, I used to think that this was on Teletubbyland.
This is what?
This was like Teletubbyland.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Star Wars was definitely made for the cinema. All this stuff's crazy. Has there been a return to Naboo in Star Wars?
Episode 2.
No, in like TV shows and stuff.
Animation there is. Clone Wars season 7 showed Padme's funeral. But not live action, I don't think. I never noticed that Jar Jar jumped off that either.
We fell.
Yeah.
Maybe you just fell. Really interesting to look at the timer to see how far in the film you are.
Yeah.
Because like, right now it feels like we're about 40 minutes in. We're half that. Milky, where do you rank Phantom Menace out of 5? Out of 5 stars, what do you rank it? Like, I definitely feel how slow it is, but I do love it at the same time.
It's visually so good. Yeah, I agree, Milky. 4 out of 5, I'd say. Well,
Yeah,
before rewatching, we'll see. It's visually, it just hits all the right notes.
I feel like the sequels almost boost this up more.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And you got like Mandalorian, how they've got like the Naboo TIE fighter in it now.
Well,
that's his ship,
if you,
isn't it?
yeah, if you were going to watch any trilogy of the 3, what would you choose?
What would I choose?
If you could only watch one of the trilogies.
What, original, prequel, sequel?
Yeah.
What I choose to watch is probably prequel, but I'm not saying prequel's better.
Does speak volumes, though, doesn't it?
Hmm.
I'm the same, just because we grew up with it.
Prequel every day for me. I just love Hugh McGregor.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan. Yeah, do you see? I know you was drunk, but having a drunken night out. You see the photo I sent you? Where Jake Lloyd done Showmasters.
Yeah, for 15 quid.
£15. £15. Where was we, mate? Where was we? Funko Pops weren't a thing, really. Milky says, who are you guessing is the guest for Aberdeen tomorrow?
No idea. Don't think there's been a hint. If there has, I've not seen it.
Yeah, is it a big scale one? I'm not sure. I've not heard much.
No idea.
I'll probably say that. Probably say something like not really interesting, like Supernatural or something. Yeah. Ooh.
Now there are two of them.
I'm trying to think who it could be. Yeah, anyone good.
Won't be Matt Smith. It's too big.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Dude, he's
Imagine
doing it. He's doing it. Yeah.
in Aberdeen. What am I doing here? Probably Matt Smith again. It's weird. I feel like Matt Smith would have been announced to one of them by now. To get the tickets.
Yeah. I'm not sure if anyone saw that Doctor Who, but the sidekick in Doctor Who, the blonde lady, has been replaced already. Yeah,
one
I've
season.
seen that. Who's that? Are you?
I think we're right in sync, you know.
Huh?
I think our stream is right in sync with each other. I was thinking that just now of R2. We don't really know R2's backstory, do we? Like this is this is like our first sight of him, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, this is his backstory. That he was just part of. He was just a droid on that ship.
Oh, yeah,
so it's cool that like R2's from where Padme's from, and obviously Anakin creates C-3PO, and then R2 ends up with Leia, and then C-3PO ends up with where's C-3PO? I can't remember.
I wonder if one of them would get killed off eventually. Well, C-3PO nearly did, didn't he?
Yeah.
In Rise of Skywalker, like become like a Sith droid or something. He did get killed in Attack of the Clones as well, technically.
Yeah, decapitated. I watched a video today of someone going around Tatooine in Tunisia. It looks so good.
Yeah, I'll do it. I feel like the extras in the prequels are better as well than both the originals and the sequels.
Yeah.
Like, the sequels are too obvious. Like they're obviously placed.
Yeah, me too.
But this, it feels like everyone's got a story in the background.
Hey.
Even like Jar Jar with his tongue out like that. Maybe a good pot.
You're a funny little boy. I like you.
My brother always does the impression. I'm a person. And my name's Annie. All my life. So there's no currency exchange system out here in Tatooine.
I'm just thinking, why don't they just rob it?
Rob it.
Why don't they just nick it? Muy. he's sad. See Maz Kanata there?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what she's modelled off. Is that there?
All right.
That scooper behind just reminds me of primary school.
What am I looking at?
Behind Phantom Menace, that like
Yeah.
silver thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things you'd scoop the ball and flick it, isn't it?
Mm. The Pop Tart's got that pop in it.
Mm.
There's a pop I've always wanted, but a bit pricey.
Yeah.
That and Count Dooku. This bit made me laugh as well. There's a TikTok video and it was like Anakin saying, "No one can kill a Jedi." He's probably got the most Jedi kills in the whole galaxy. You little liar.
That ship is so sick.
I was thinking you said about they could have just stolen parts or stolen Anakin, but then they would have got a bounty hunter on them, and they could have got that in the Mandalorian to come and get them.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't have been able to steal Anakin because they got that chip in them, haven't they? Slaves.
There's a chip in him.
Yes. She said it. His mum said it before. So they've got all slaves have a chip in them. So if they try and escape, they just
Oh shit!
looks like Ezra, doesn't he? That kid.
Yeah.
I like how that droid's just flying around and people are just not batting an eyelid. Flies straight in front of that person's face and they just don't even like flinch or nothing.
They made all them Funko ships, didn't they? But they didn't do pod racers, did they?
No.
See, I've never seen that bit in my life.
I had toys of that one.
I think mine was. I'm thinking it's not Gus Fring, is it? The one that blows himself up. I think I had a toy of that.
Warwick Davis.
I was just about to say what day. I swear he's in it. Yeah. Qui-Gon must be live. For fuck's sake. So almost exactly an hour. It's the pod racing's out on the hour mark. It's weird how like you're allowed to actually like injure each other and literally technically kill each other.
Yeah.
but they don't have blasters on their pod races. Literally, I was thinking about that. Did you ever play the legendary pod racer game on PlayStation? I
Yeah.
played some games. I don't know if it was the actual pod racing game.
Yeah, I was talking about it on Friday with a couple of my mates. I went to Disney World when I was like 8 or 9, something like that. And then
Yeah.
in Pizza Planet, they had a full scale pod racer game. So you got in Anakin's pod, full scale. It was so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I was going to say that. Like when you go to this, go to the beach and the amusements, they've always got them kind of games. Love to do it again.
Check a hard drive. He's a bit of a knob, isn't he, in the first one, Obi-Wan?
Yeah. He probably doesn't actually have that many lines, does he, in the first one?
No.
But his scenes must be with Qui-Gon. It is, isn't it? He only has scenes with Qui-Gon.
Yeah. Yippee! Do you know what I never understood from this bit?
Mm.
They just won all that money, like extra money, and just sold the pod. Why didn't he try and buy her? Because she gets sold, doesn't she? She gets sold, doesn't she? To
Tuskens. Is it Tuskens?
the Larses.
Oh, yeah.
She gets sold to them. So why didn't he just buy her with all the money they've just won? You'd be all right. You just robbed my son and my droid.
You really don't care.
Bye-bye, driver.
You say?
Bye-bye, driver.
The thing about cosplays a lot when watching this, you don't see many hooded Darth Maul cosplays, do you?
No, I was genuinely just thinking the same thing. I suppose if you spent all that time doing all that makeup and prosthetics to your head, you're going to show it off, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, Milky could do it. He could put on the mask and put the hood up.
Yeah. Take off. Leave him.
We got our parts.
Yeah.
If we done these extended Lord of the Rings editions, watch the parties, you get your watch time up, mate.
Yeah, just a bit. We only have 3 hours to go now as well. Lusa.
Yeah, Meg says she'd watch Lord of the Rings watch party.
I know you was.
I don't have had my camera on for 4 hours, mate.
Yeah, finish Star Wars, and then Hobbit to Lord of the Rings, I reckon.
I'd definitely fall asleep on my bed as well. I'd probably sit in a natural chair.
You look so different, man.
Is Meg into Star Wars or not?
A bit.
You're in Chepstow, isn't it?
What?
You don't know how to.
So sassy, aren't they, the council?
Mm.
Like everything's a chore.
Mad, isn't it? Hour and a half to see Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Don't think you see him again. Oh, you do one more bit, in it.
Mm. Meddling from the start. I'm going to lose my job. Now I'm panicking.
I feel like with the species, there's a fine line between like Star Wars and Doctor Who. Like
Yeah.
you can tell instantly like if they fit that universe.
Looks like Dubai, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's true. Someone done a TikTok where they lined up all the PlayStations, and that looks like Dubai,
Yeah.
like the PlayStation models.
None of them wanted to go then.
It's fine. I can't even see your headphones with your hair now. How thick it is. This chubby one.
General. I love this bit.
There's not actually like a Battlefront fighting thing, is there, like this?
No.
It's like one of the best things. That'd be a quality pop, wouldn't it, with the shield? It's the ASMR I love as well. How would you go to war with just grenades and shields?
Yeah.
At least get a sword or something.
We're out.
I'm going to put both my headphones on now. Give me a lift.
Yeah.
Shut up. These are broken.
It always makes me laugh how they're like freely walking off.
How what? Sorry.
How they're like freely walking off. They're not in like handcuffs or anything.
Yeah. Check his hard drive.
I'll drive.
Labosh. So we go, guys. Thank you to everyone that did stay with it. I think I've got headphone hair now. But you're keeping yours on.
I'll keep mine on just in case.
What did you think, mate? Your first watch party. Enjoy it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. There was a few things that you forget to notice. It is funny how it does flood back, but the main, the main point that I picked up on it watching that was it looked really dated. It looks like watching the originals, if that makes sense, and that makes me feel old.
Yeah, there's a lot of it where you can tell that's green screen. Well, that's not actually there. But yeah, I get what you mean. But I think it's in between. Some of it will be because they've altered it. I think Disney will do a lot of tampering, don't they? And
Yeah,
there's so many versions of every Star Wars film now. So I'm not sure what one this is. But no, I enjoyed it. Let's get on to Letterboxd then. I'm not sure if I can actually get on my phone. Milky said, "Good live, bro. Thanks for tuning in.
cheers, mate.
However long you did watch, mate. I do appreciate it. Enjoyed watching along with you. Thank you very much, Milk. Appreciate it. What are you ranking it, Milky? I'm just going to try and get Letterboxd up. And yeah, let us know if your ranking did change. I'm torn. I am very much torn on what my ranking will be. But there's
What are
another
you
film
torn
to add to
between?
January. What's that, mate?
What are you torn between?
Between 3.5 and 4.
3.5. That's slow.
I feel like there is pacing problems, but I feel like what's it? Attack of the Clones has worse pacing problems than that.
I don't mind the pace of it. It starts off quite quick, and then all of a sudden they're off again. They're on Tatooine for a long time, but they do have to explain sort of like the original backstory of Anakin. Otherwise, they're literally just picking up a kid, aren't they? So,
yeah,
yeah.
just a kidnapping. All right, I'll get my letterbox up and we can actually see who's been watching what as well. So there we go. So we've got the Pop Tart Lee's been watching a few things. The latest Mission Impossible, 23 Walks. Not heard of that. Fool Me Once, Lift. Let's see when you come up, Joe. What's the last thing you watched?
Lord of the Rings, probably. I don't think I've watched a film for about a week.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we've got Corey. Milky's got not put nothing. Corey wants to watch Terrifier 3. Corey's watched Saltburn and Scream. Loads of reviews from Corey. And Joe watched Return of the King, probably your last film. So Milky,
Yeah.
Milky, if you're in the chat, mate, we need to see you start ranking some films. So let's type in Phantom Menace. And I'm going to go 3.5. I'm going to try and be firm. And that adds it to me journal. Oh, not me journal. Films. Release date. 2020s. 2024. Oh, that's made in 2024. No, don't worry, coming up. But yeah, I'm going to go 3.5. So what are you going for, mate?
I've gone for 4. Mainly for Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson makes the film for me. Qui-Gon is just such a good character.
Mm-hmm.
He just played so well. It's funny, after watching Clone Wars, Rebels, and stuff like that, it's funny seeing Darth Maul with in a role where he doesn't really speak, because he's so vocal, and the way he's delivered in the Clone Wars and Rebels is so menacing. That it's actually quite bizarre seeing him again in the Phantom Menace with very little dialogue.
Yeah, it's like he actually loves to talk. Like he loves his own voice, don't he? In like the Clone Wars and Rebels and all that. Yeah, Milky says you need to set up your letterbox. You've got it. You followed me the other day, but yeah, definitely try and get it going, mate. It's really good. He says you will see my ranking films. If you know, you know. Do you know? Joe, do you know?
I don't know.
You know the rules. Big up 2024. You know the rules.
Big up the chips.
Yeah, big up them all. But one thing I did take away from it was obviously the famous quote by Yoda: "Fear leads to hate, hate leads to suffering," all that kind of thing. And how Obi-Wan doesn't switch to that hate when he's fighting Darth Maul, even though Darth Maul has killed his master. Like,
yeah,
Obi-Wan's fighting Darth Maul without that hate and anger inside of him, which is like almost impossible to do, isn't it? Really, like if someone kills like your master and you haven't got that hate bone going and you're still able to win, I feel like it shows how powerful Obi-Wan actually is and how strong he becomes. So yeah, that's something I took away from it, because But yeah, that's it from me, mate. Anything to add from your side?
No, just there's just quite a lot of like nostalgic lines. I imagine for fans who grew up with the originals to watch that, they're like, I mean, the first line of dialogue is from Obi-Wan is I have a bad feeling about this, which is quite funny to hear.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, and there is a lot of dialogue in there. That just reminds me of the originals, which is quite cool. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to, because I've seen it so many times that it's almost sometimes you can think, oh, I was just watching this again. But yeah, it was cool. I love the scenery. Naboo looks so cool.
I feel like doing these watch-alongs as well. It's like it's more like you're in the cinema. Like I don't have my phone out. I'm just watching the film. No distractions. My phone's on do not disturb. So I'm not engaged on my phone, not texting, not missing anything. I'm watching the full film. And there are bits I'm like, I don't really remember that. You pick up on certain things. So, but no, I really, really enjoyed it. Looking forward to the next one. So next one will be Attack of the Clone, which is my channel.
Yours, yeah.
Yeah, will be on my channel, followed by Joe, who's volunteered to do Revenge of the Sith. So, yeah, we'll have Revenge of the Sith on Joe's channel as well. But thank you to everyone that has watched the stream tonight. If you haven't watched it live, you can, of course, watch it back and watch it along in your own time, in your own pace. The timer is there for you. So it's all there for you to watch it again. And if you have seen it already, like I said, you can watch it again. Got another comment from Milky. Says, "See you boys. Thanks for tuning in, Milky. For when you did tune in, do really appreciate it."
Cheers, mate.
Anything else to add from you, Joe, before we wrap it up?
No, just hope you all enjoyed. And as Tel said, if you do want to watch this back and feel like you're watching it with other people, please reverse the timer and please give it a watch and join in with us. Yeah, we're going to review and watch all the Star Wars films, and then we'll probably be doing other franchises as well. I imagine, because it's great for our Letterboxd. And yeah, as Tel said, it does feel like watching it at cinema with no distraction. So it's a really good thing to join in on a Sunday and get involved in franchises you might not have seen for a long time, or that you're getting new to, and you get to watch it with our lovely faces. So
I was going to say, on top of that, I don't think I've actually watched a film with you in person either. So it's like first time actually watching a film with you as well, so you can add that to the list as well. But yeah, like Joe said, if you could give the streams a thumbs up, and if you want to see more stuff from both of us, we do Star Wars, Funko Pop hunts, Comic Cons, film reviews. We'll do loads of stuff. Go to cool locations. Loads more stuff coming on the channel. Big year for 2024. So yeah, make sure you do give us all both a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you are new around here as well. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you, everyone. Ta-da.